Hello and welcome to another episode of Music and Words Unite. I am your co-host Troy, and with me I have my friend and co-host Mark. How you doing, Mark?
Hello.
All right. And today we are going to be doing a track-by-track review and analysis of the new Deftones album, Private Music. It's brand new. We haven't heard it before, doing this episode. If it's your first time here, welcome. I'm Troy, and that's Mark, as we mentioned. What we do is we do full kind of in-depth album reviews and let the audience know what we think about it, if we think the album's good or not, what songs we like the most, and details like that. Sometimes we talk about the lyrics and different aspects of it. All right. So I've listened to this record about 4 times, Mark, before recording this. What about you?
7 or 8, I think. They're one of few current bands that I still really like and look forward to new music.
Okay.
Their past couple albums I wasn't super into. Ohms had some good parts, but the one before that, Gore, was pretty stinky.
Okay.
And I don't know, I followed this band for a long time. I listened to them when I was pretty young, like White Pony. I listened to when I was because my brother was into them, so it's you pretty much steal your brother's CDs for the most part.
Sure.
So I listened to White Pony when I was really young, and I was really into that. And then once I got into high school and stuff, I kind of didn't listen to them as much. I got more into progressive rock and more into metal and stuff. It wasn't until mid 2010s that I got back into them. Actually, when Gore came out, I was like, oh, you know what? I haven't listened to Deftones in a long time. So I've been following them, not super closely, but close enough. So I get really excited when they release new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like I said, the last 2 albums were whatever. But I was from the first with the first listen to this album, I was just like, oh my god, this is back to form Deftones for me.
And so let's get right to it. The first track is My Mind is a Mountain. Well, that was a clip from My Mind is a Mountain. It's the first time we don't play the whole full songs. We just play clips because we've already listened to it. And we encourage you, if you've never heard this, go listen to it yourself, actually, not through this channel. But these clips are for reference for what we're talking about.
At the time of filming, this album's only 5 days old.
So there you go. You got plenty of time. All right, Mark. I'll tell you what. I'll go first, and then we'll just go back and forth. Is that good for that?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
All right. So what jumped out at me was, a crazy strong intro riff, almost like boom, boom, bum, 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 almost a little bit like old school Metallica, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And the song, every song, well, maybe not every song, but most of these songs are in standard time.
Yeah.
But there's a swing that's happening in this song that's in 6/8. I don't know if you caught that. But if you count it in sixes, it still ends up being 4/4 over time, right? And if you can count it straight or you can count it that. And I think that's really cool because what they're doing is they're subdividing the rhythm with a different feel to it. And they did that all throughout the record. There was many times I'm like, oh, is that an odd time signature? Is that? And they're like, no, it's in 4/4. They're just kind of really creative about how they're dividing it up. So I thought the music is very powerful in this song. The riffs are great. And I love and it seems to be something they do a lot, which is the kind of quiet, loud thing, going back and forth.
Yeah.
Seems to be part of their signature sound. And I like that. You don't hear that too much anymore, from a lot of bands. That was pretty popular in the '90s. That style,
Mm.
a la one of my favorites, the Smashing Pumpkins. They did that like all the time.
Oh yeah.
So I'm fan of that, is what I'm saying. So yeah, Mark, my last thing to say about this one, I'll let you take the reins. Is I think the song kind of opens up talking about we've been waiting, right? And he's talking about, and maybe he's talking just about waiting to release something or waiting to write something. I don't know if it's about that, but I was getting out of the lyrics that my mind is a mountain. It's like either, I'm not sure exactly what it's talking about, but I can imagine when you're trying to write something and maybe it's difficult for you, or it's been a long time, or maybe someone like you said, hey, the last kind of stuff wasn't as good,
Mm-hmm.
and I would imagine like there's like a mountain you have to climb in your own mind, how
Yeah.
do I get to the top again, I don't know if that's what he's talking about, but that's what one thing I read about. What did you think about the song?
Yeah. I mean, he, like so many others, have somewhat ambiguous lyrics. So I
Yeah.
mean, take it with what you will. I think his lyrical themes are usually around like personal struggles, depression,
Mm.
all that really positive, great stuff. Um, but yeah, this song, what a start to this album. That
Yeah.
freaking riff, man. That like pounding eight string guitar riff that just comes in. Yeah, like you said, like almost like thrash era, like
Hmm.
Metallica
Hmm.
sounding. Um, Abe Cunningham's drums are super powerful. It's just like the album just comes right out the gate, just kicking you in your face, basically. What I like about this track and most of the songs on this album, like I love this album already. Like I it's only been out 5 days, but I'm like obsessed with it. Um, it calls back to their early days and their like middle days. Like
Hmm.
the guitar and the aggression on this album sounds a lot like Around the Fur and Adrenaline days, and even like White Pony. But it also has like the shoegazy, like spacey elements of like Koyo no Kon or Koi no Yokon, which I
Hmm.
absolutely love. Um, so it's like you're getting you're getting the best of both worlds really with this song and a lot of other songs on the album. Um, yeah, I just think that they just have like really perfected the sound over the past like decade or so, and it really comes together on this album. This track is incredible, and I think it's a amazing album opener.
No, no disagreement there, Mark. I thought it was
Mm-hmm.
one of the. There's a lot of strong songs on this record, and then this is one of them. So that's what I would say.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is Locked Club. Oh, all right, Mark. Well, that was a clip from Lock Club. I think this one is on you, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, just a good transition into another, like, like just right out the gate, just punching in your face. Um, Great opening. The guitars have like a very industrial sound on them, which is
Yeah.
like also kind of a callback to some of their old albums, like even like White Pony and like Diamond Eyes. I get like a vibe from this album. I don't know if you ever heard that album, but
I've heard some songs. Actually, that was one of my notes, Mark, is that it kind of sounded like, from what I remember, some of their old music sounding like. So,
it does, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It has that like staccato guitar in the beginning, like
Hmm.
the drone guitar, like the down 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 down, just like
Right.
super heavy and like just grimy and like it's just so good. Like I love it. You just get a lot of like different notes on this song. You get like shoegaze, you get like industrial, you get even like thrash elements. So, like the
Hmm.
same thing with like the last song with his like vocals and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but like especially the shoegaze, like he definitely like for the past couple years just listened to like shoegaze music because it's like so evident on this album with his vocals
Yeah.
and like with the subtle keyboards too. Like it's just
Hmm.
it's so good, man. Lyric wise, it's just kind of like another. I think like this is like almost like a divine type song. I don't really know what Locked Club he's referring to.
Mm,
Their song titles are ambiguous like their
hmm.
lyrics, so I don't really know. But yeah, I think it's like kind of like a identity and like a belonging type song, like they're like his place somewhere. But that's just what I got from it. What do you think, Troy?
Lyrically, I'm not totally sure about this one, but musically, my note was it kind of reminded me of some of the old school Deftones I've heard before, back a long time ago.
Hmm.
And the chorus reminded me a little bit of the Koi no Yokan album. I think that's how you say it.
Oh yeah, this is a
Uh,
very similar album. Yeah.
yeah, the chorus to this song in particular, I thought it kind of harkened back to that from what I remember listening to that.
Hmm.
Another really kind of groovy, swinging track, and there's these songs are very short. The first couple songs,
Hmm.
and maybe very short because we're used to listen to a lot of music with long. So anything 3 minutes or less is like, oh wow, it's really short.
Yeah, seriously.
But yeah, I mean, short. But that was kind of nice in a way because it's quite different than a lot of the music that we listen to, and so I was able to listen to some of these individual songs I liked the most, like on repeat because it's just 2 or 3 minutes, easy
Yeah.
to keep listening to them.
Hmm.
And yeah, so I thought this was another really good one. And yeah, my main notes were about some of how it kind of harkened back to the earlier sound. So yeah, for me, I don't have too much to say about the lyrics of this one or the music, but
Hmm.
I did enjoy. I thought it was a really nice follow up song to that. All
Cool.
right, the next one is
Yeah.
ecdysis, maybe
Yeah.
ecdysis.
Ecdysis, ecdysis. I don't know.
All right, I'll play a clip from
Is
that.
that even a word?
Don't know.
Ah, okay. Process of shedding old skin.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Now that makes sense.
That
Okay,
does
yeah.
make sense. Does that sound familiar to you at all?
Can't think of it. I have a question for you because you've listened to a
Mm.
lot of Deftones.
Hmm.
His vocals, I'm going first, I guess, on this one. His vocals in the chorus there, is that a newer sound the way he's singing it, or has it always sounded like that?
What do you mean? Like just like the tone of his vocals?
Yeah, let me back up a little bit.
I think he has some kind of layering on it.
You know what it reminds me, and it might be the opposite way. That's why I'm asking you. Like, has been doing that a long time. It reminds me a little bit of that Teenage Wrist album. The way that singer sings the choruses real soft with that layering, with the reverb and the effects like that, and it's really kind of it's super melodic, right?
Mhm.
And I heard that, I'm like, oh man, that particular, some of those lines, not the whole song, just that reminded me of that. I'm like, well, what if the Teenage Risk guy got it from this? You know what I mean? I'm from Deftones. I don't know what came first, but it reminded me of that, which I thought was cool because I like that sound.
Yeah, yeah,
To me, the first song and this song when I was listening, I liked the second song, but this song really stood out to me on the first listen and then subsequent listens. This one and the next one, Infinite Source, spoiler.
yeah.
And I loved the kind of synth and then the really sick groove. And what did you say that I recognize the groove? What were you talking about?
The intro like with the bass kind of reminds me of "Hey Man, Nice Shot" by Filter.
Ah, you know what? Didn't think about that, but I can hear it. Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah,
Great song.
which is funny because
Yeah.
I think you brought that up in another video recently. So
I did. Yes, I did in
yeah,
a recent video.
uh,
Yeah, so hey, that first Filter album is good.
hmm I
Uh,
like the second one too, honestly.
yeah. I'm not as familiar with the second one, but the first one I used to play that one repeat. But anyway, enough about Filter. So this song is a really cool grooving song, great melodic chorus, right? It's got the synth, it's got the "Hey Man, Nice Shot" style groove, right? I think lyrically, now that we know what the song title means, when you look at the rest of the lyrics, it kind of obviously it ties in, right?
Hmm
And maybe it's about like you know, evolution, metamorphosis, right? And of
Yeah.
course, shedding skin and becoming something else, right? So maybe it's getting into some maybe spirituality, I don't know, personal growth, things like that.
hmm
So I think that's some of the themes there. What did you think about this one?
Yeah, it's just another really good track. This one again, like I feel like they're throwing back to a lot of their old stuff. This one has like a more of their like new metal-y sound to it, like
Mm,
more on key with like Around the Fur and even like Adrenaline in the early days. Like the guitar on this album is just like down-tuned guitar, so it's like very heavy sounding. This song has like the characteristics of like new metal. It has like palm muting, it has chugging. Like it just sounds like, honestly, this sounds like something that could have been made in like the 90s, early 2000s, which of course I love. So,
right.
but it also sounds like, do you remember the track on Koi no Yokon called Leathers?
Yes, I
Probably
do. Yep.
you do. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
That
Yep.
it reminds me a lot of that song where it's
Okay.
like it's like dreamy, but it's also like very like brash at the same time,
Gotcha.
which is a good way to describe really this whole album, because this album
Mm.
is pretty relentless in ways, and it's also very ethereal and dreamy in ways. Which is, that's right up my alley. So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
go ahead. Are you gonna say
I
something? I
was
was
gonna say
just,
when I was looking up some details about these songs to prepare, there was a reviewer who actually compared this song to Depeche Mode's "Violator."
the album
Yeah,
or the song. Oh, okay.
but it's not an album I'm that familiar with, so I was curious what you thought about that.
It's a
But
very, very good album. Depeche
okay,
Mode's a excellent band. If you have any
yeah,
free time, I would definitely check them out.
okay, all right.
I
I
could
don't know.
definitely say it. I
Okay,
guarantee you that Chino is definitely a fan of Depeche Mode. There's no doubt about that.
okay,
Yeah, I could definitely see it. It's not as synth heavy though. That's the only thing. Maybe
mm,
like vocal wise, possibly, but
mm,
um,
okay.
I don't think Martin. I would compare Chino to Martin Gore, honestly. But that's just me. Um, I like, in lyrics wise, I think you hit it on the head. It's just about
Hmm.
like metamorphosis,
Hmm.
changing, people changing you, just shedding your skin. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, I think so.
All right. The next one is Infinite Source. I'm gonna play a clip.
Take hold of me, hold me tight, hold me tight. Last time on the stage, a
All right. Well, that was a clip from Infinite Source. I think you're first on this one, Mark. So why don't you go ahead?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, how many times am I gonna bring up shoegaze in this album? Seriously. Um, yeah, that the riff in the beginning is just like so
Right.
great. Like
Yeah.
slightly off kilter, like just um it's just like they do like this little like like dee, 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 and then they just hit you with this like wall of sound, this ethereal wall of sound.
Yeah.
I'm here for it, man. I this song is awesome, dude. I love this song. It's one of my favorites on the album, actually.
Mm.
It's got everything I want, really. It's got like just dreamy like guitar and vocals, wall of sound, like great reverb and harmonics and the like melodies are great. His voice sounds great. His voice sounds great on this whole album. That's crazy too because he's like in his 50s now.
Yeah.
He can't really hit those like super high notes anymore, which is understandable, but like he
Mhm.
still gets up there. And like uh, I in the past, I remember when Stephen Carpenter, the guitarist, switched to like 7 and 8 string guitars,
Mhm.
and I was like eight string. Do you really need an 8 string guitar? Like,
Yeah.
isn't that a little like excessive? And it's not because some of the sounds that he gets on this album are amazing and wouldn't be
Yeah.
possible without that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, just this song just does everything for me in the right way, and it's one of my favorites. And it's fairly short too. I mean, it's only what 3 minutes and
3:30.
30 seconds. Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, but it's excellent. And lyrically, I didn't really look too much into the lyrics of this song.
I
Um,
tried. I tried. It's
yeah,
super ambiguous. I don't
yeah,
know. You could read it a lot of ways. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, looking at the lyrics here, it's just I don't. Our final wave and bow, like it's just could be anything really. It's just I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just like poetry basically, because I know he's like a
Yeah.
big poet. So, what did you think about this track, Troy?
Well, here's my big reveal, Mark. Out of all the Deftones songs I've heard so far in my life, this is one of my favorites.
Mm, I
So
like that.
to say that in 2025 that you're putting that kind of quality out, at least for me, but I'm not a Deftones expert by any means. So, but just saying the ones I've heard from the old Deftones songs from the 90s and early 2000s to the album that we reviewed, Koi no Yokan, I think it's how to say it.
Hmm.
To this one, I'm not saying it's my absolute favorite, but it's like a top tier one. You know what I mean? It's up there. I haven't
Certainly.
ranked them or anything, but it's that when I heard the first time I heard this, I was like, oh, this is different. This is
Hmm.
a little more poppy, compared to some of the other songs. Like it's
Hmm.
catchy. It's very catchy. It's soft. And also, it's really a great example of how good the production is on this album.
Hmm.
When it comes to, as you said, the choices they're using for the guitars, right? The 8 strings, the choices they're using for the amp sounds, that what I mean by production, right? Stuff like that. The effects they're using on the vocals. The mix is so good on this album. This album is mixed so well.
Hmm.
In fact, do you happen to know who mixed this album? Because I just want to I'll find out by the end because I want to know who. I'll look it up. Yeah.
Rich Costi. So let me see what else.
Okay.
Okay, he does. He does. It looks like he does a lot of like alternative rock.
Okay.
So Fiona Apple, Vampire Weekend, Foo Fighters, Sigur Rós, Muse, Foster the People, My Chemical Romance.
Okay.
Um,
Guy's good.
so the producer is this guy named Rick Raskulinecz.
Okay.
He also produced Diamond Eyes and Koi no Yokon, which is
Oh, wow.
probably why the production is so good on this album because I mean those are arguably their two best albums. I mean if you ask most Deftones fans, they'll probably say one or the other. So or
And
White Pony.
And the mastering is very good too because it has a really nice balance of it's loud, but there's dynamics to it when it
Hmm.
gets quiet, right? Stuff like that. And so I thought this album sounds like amazing, to be honest with you. It's one of the best rock metal albums I've heard in a while as far as how it sounds. Like just the quality, the sound quality of it, the mix and the mastering and the production. So
So
shout out to those guys who worked on
so the guy who
the band.
mastered this
Yeah.
the guy who
Yeah.
mastered this album's name is Howie Weinberg, and he mastered Nevermind by Nirvana.
Well, he's good too. They got a bunch of heavy hitters on this album apparently, and you can tell. So yeah, it's very good. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. I mean, on the record and just as a whole. So there you go. There's my review of it. The next one is Souvenir. This is, I think, maybe the longest one on the album. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's play a clip from it. Before I talk about it, Mark, I kind of want to hear the outro real quick. Let me see.
Yeah, I was gonna
something.
say you got to play the synth outro at the end.
All right.
I just got goosebumps.
Well, Mark, that was the outro to that one. So I'll go first on this one. This is definitely a highlight of the album as well. I've said that almost about every song, so
I
I'll
know.
let you know. But this is like a little mini epic song. 6 minutes, quiet, loud, great riffs, really strong chorus, really great performance. Lyrics ambiguous, but I really like the concept of a souvenir. And what I'm getting, Mark, is through this album, he's talking about a lot of personal reflection, maybe some spirituality going on, right? And there was even a note, actually, from some fans, right? It's people speculating what things are about. And I was looking at that because I'm like, what exactly? You know, I usually try to put my own spin on things, but sometimes it's like really ambiguous. And I'm like, I'm not totally sure. So somebody said that, and I thought it was pretty cool. If this was a concept album, that Souvenir would be the moment the soul separates, leaving behind a keepsake, and departing the body would be the final ascension. I thought that was a very interesting thing to think about. A souvenir, your own soul, or the body. I don't know what it would be, but leaving something behind, right? Or collecting something as a souvenir.
That's pretty deep, man.
Yeah, so I thought, I don't know exactly that's what he means, but I'm just saying that's people were speculating, and I said, okay, I'll go with that. But overall, I thought it was a very cool mini epic, a little bit like, you know, it's a little bit proggy in the sense if it has changes to it. It actually has some odd time signatures at the beginning. I don't know if they're odd, but I was counting like a few bars of 6/8 and then 4/8. So maybe it's not odd. Maybe it's just subdivided again.
It could be like slow pacing too.
Yeah. So it definitely has that 6/8 swing that quite a few songs have, and I really like that. So that for me, yeah, I really like the song. It was good. What do you think about this song?
Yeah, I mean, there's another top tier on the album.
Okay.
As a person who is a huge fan of both shoegaze and ambient music, you literally get both in this track. It starts out, getting right into it, like very dreamy, very ambient. His vocals are ethereal in this song. And then you have that awesome synth, like space rock outro that goes right into CXZ, the next song.
Mm-hmm.
The flow on this album is incredible. Like that, I know Deftones usually have good flow in their album, but this one is especially. Every song just flows perfectly into each other. This song also is another callback, I think, to an old Deftones song that it reminds me. It reminds me a lot of a song called "Sex Tape," which is on Diamond Eyes. It's like another bit of their foray into like a space rocky ethereal sound. Albeit this one is much more in depth than that one. Because I think as they all get older, their influences and their tastes are much more varied than they were, 15 years ago or so. But this song just it does everything for me, just like the last track. It's a bit longer. The harmonics again like are amazing on this song, and the layered guitars and like the synth and the fade out, and I love this song, man. This is like top 3 on the album, definitely.
Yeah, I would say so too. Yeah, top
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
All right, Mark. The next one, as you mentioned, is CXC. Let's play a clip from that one.
So you hear the synth outro right at the beginning.
Yeah. All right, Mark. Well, you're first on this one. So what do you got for this one? What did you think about this song?
Another really strong track. Big surprise.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
this one has like more of like almost like have you ever listened to like math rock? It's like a kind of a stupid name for a genre. Like
Give
I
me
don't
an
know why.
example of a band.
There's a math rock band called like Don Caballero. You ever heard of them?
No.
Or American football is considered math rock.
No, I'm not familiar
Yeah.
with that one.
Let me see. Let me see if I can find a
Okay.
bigger name. Let me see. Um,
What about
uh,
Between the Buried and Me?
no, that's like they're like progressive metalcore basically, or
Okay.
just progressive metal for the most part. I guess they could be considered math rock, kind of.
Mhm.
I'm looking at the math rock this Wikipedia page, and the first thing I see under history and precursors, the albums Red and Discipline by King Crimson are generally considered seminal influences.
Oh wow. Okay. That's
Okay,
funny.
so I just want to see if I can find an example of a band that you would know. Let's see. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything that jumps out at me, or some of these, most of these I've never even heard of.
Okay.
But it's just it's weird time signatures and stuff like that.
hmm
Um, even though this is in 4/4, it
hmm
feels offbeat, like, doesn't it? I mean,
It's the whole
um,
Meshuggah thing because they play in
yeah,
4/4 and it feels offbeat. It feels odd. And that's what I was saying about like the subdividing the time signatures and inside of 4/4. And they're doing really cool stuff on this album with rhythm, I would say. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
and I know Stephen Carpenter's a huge Meshuggah fan, so that makes sense.
Okay.
But yeah, it's another really good track. Another really like textured track, like with the keyboards. Like you said, like the mixing on this album is really good.
hmm
Everything's mixed in great. Nothing is like overwhelming. Everything just sounds like perfectly melded together, especially on this song. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't really have too much to say about the song other than like I
Yeah.
do really like it. This song kind of reminds me of The Passenger a little bit with like the slower parts on White Pony.
Okay.
Just to give a comparison. But again, I mean, like his vocals are very dreamy. They're very ethereal. Uh, Another thing, I haven't really talked about the drums too much on this album. The drums are really good too. They really sound really good in the mix.
They do. They sound
Yeah.
great.
The bass, unfortunately, I can't really hear as much. I think his guitars are kind of like almost like too layered, if that makes any sense. Plus he has like bass strings on the 8 string, so it's
hmm
like I don't
hmm
know. But yeah, I thought this is also a really good track. Like not as good as the last two, but still
Yeah.
really good.
That's
Yeah.
for me. I don't have too much to say about this one except that it is a good track, but coming off the last 2 tracks, it's almost impossible to really follow it up unless you have another one that's just as good as the other ones.
Yeah. I
But
agree.
yeah, but it serves in the flow of the album. It serves as a nice kind of pick me up from the last song, which is more of like this kind of spacier epic and things like that.
hmm
So
Yep.
I thought it was a nice one to put right kind of in the middle of the album. So
Sure.
yeah, but a good one, good song.
hmm There's
The
no bad songs on this album.
Yeah, I don't think so either. The next one is I Think About You All the Time. I'm going to play a clip from that.
Nice and uplifting as usual.
Inside of your worship. You say you're refrain, and I'm out of my mind. All of my life, you've been the same. All of our days will never change.
All right. Well, let's see. Okay. So that's a clip from I Think About You All the Time. So this is the only, I think it's definitely the most ballady song on the album. And I think I'm going first, right? Yeah. It's definitely the most ballady song. It's chill out vibe, right? I think it might be in a major key. I didn't check totally, but it sounds like it, and which is quite a change from a lot of the other songs we've been hearing. Yeah, so I think it's a little bit of meant to be a song that pulls at your heartstrings a bit if you kind of get into the lyrics and the music. A nice kind of, in a way, in its own way, it's kind of beautiful sounding with the lyrics, with the music. And I'm even hearing, I don't know if you think I'm crazy, but maybe a little bit of Robert Smith vibes going on. I don't know. Yeah.
He's a huge Cure fan. So.
Oh, okay. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, it's like his favorite band, I think.
All right. So, yeah, for me, I thought it was a good song, coming off. Actually, this one is an interesting placement, actually. It does, the album flows beautifully, right? But you go from the last one right to this kind of a slow ballad, and then it kind of picks up from there. So it's kind of ebb and flowing the album at this point. And I thought it was a nice track. What did you think?
Yeah, I think it's a nice chill out track. It's a ballad. But it's not like a normal ballad in the sense. It's more of like like you said, like a chill out track. It's definitely a love song too, because it's I mean, you could just tell by the title. And reading the lyrics, he uses like aquatic metaphors, kind of, if that makes any sense, like sinking ship and waves and stuff like that, which is cool. Like Troy and everybody knows I'm not the biggest lyrics guy. I'm more of like a music guy. I do appreciate lyrics though, but yeah, this is the very chill out track. Kind of reminds me of the song Minerva by them, which is on I think their self-titled album.
Okay.
Yeah, again, like, very ethereal, very dreamy and moody, and I really like the guitar tone on this song. I think you are right. I think it is in major. But the guitar tone on this song is, I mean, his guitar tone in general is just very clean and light, echoey, just really good, man. Like, just like I said, there's not a bad song on this album. This is also a really good song. Like, nice chiller,
Yeah.
You could put this in like a chill playlist and not even think about it.
Right, exactly. All right, cool. The next one is Milk of the Madonna. Play a clip from that.
Not Milk of Madonna, the musician.
All right.
Run away, find your hands up.
that was a clip from Milk of the Madonna. And on this track in particular, I can hear the bass very well, actually. I don't know if you noticed that.
I definitely can, yeah.
Yeah. So
Is this me first or is this you?
I think it's you, actually.
It is me, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think is this the first or second single on the album? I think it's this first one, right? Is this the first song they released?
I'm not sure. I didn't listen to the singles before listening to the album, so I'm not sure.
This and My Mind is a Mountain are the two singles on the album. I just don't remember which one came first. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, this song is definitely, I can see why they released it as a single, because I feel like it's kind of like it's a more like it's more alt metal-y to me. It reminds me of the first song on Koi no Yokon, Swerve City. It kind of has the same flow too, like the down, 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 down. You know, like very similar. And this song specifically is also kind of a weird choice after the last song. I guess they kind of want to just throw you back in, you know,
right?
Take a quick respite and then throw you right back into the madness.
Yeah.
This song's cool though. I like the galloping guitar and like the bass. Like you said, you could definitely hear the bass in this one. Like the keyboards had like a nice like swirling kind of atmosphere to the song. Again, harmonies are great. His vocals are great. I didn't look too much into the vocals on this one. Did you look, or into the lyrics on this one?
I did. Yeah, this is when I was going to talk about the lyrics actually.
Okay, well, I won't even talk about them. I'll let you just talk about
it.
The only thing I get from Milk of the Madonna is that it's going to be something about the holy person Madonna. So,
yeah.
So yeah, a good track. Definitely not one of the best on the album, but I still do like it. It's good. It's like it's a good track to release as a single, I think, because it gets you interested. They can't make Souvenir like their single, you know, that song's too good. You can't throw the best one out there. So, so what did you think, Troy?
Excuse me. So, so for me, musically, you pretty much covered it. I'm going to talk about the lyrics, like what I thought about it. I agree totally. The lyrics, though, there's the first lyric, right, is talking about bloody rain floods these streets. So bloody rain floods the streets. Okay, so it's not just blood, but it's rain of blood, right? Raining blood. And it's flooding the streets, right? And then he says, Holy Ghost, in the chorus, Holy Ghost, I'm on fire. Holy Ghost, Holy Spirit, I'm on fire. And I don't know him personally, and I have no idea what he believes as far as spirituality, right? But these lyrics read like he's very familiar with Christianity for sure. And it sounds like he's kind of calling out for help here in the lyrics to God. The Holy Spirit is 1/3 of the Holy Trinity in the Christian faith. So maybe it's like bloody rain flood these streets is like a metaphor for pain and chaos, right? And maybe it's kind of a song where it's this conflict of, I'm going through a lot of struggle right now. I need help. Maybe I don't know. You know, maybe I need the milk of the Madonna. Maybe I need the help from God in a way, or you know, whatever. You know, that's what I'm getting out of it. But I could be wrong. But that's what I get out of it. Yeah.
Fair enough.
There you go. Okay. The next one is Cut Hands. Mark, this is, I think it's me first, right? That's a clip from Cut Hands. Here's what I got out of this one, Mark. I'm not totally sure about the lyrics, but talk about the music. it was the most 90s sounding one out of them all. Like
Oh,
new
absolutely.
metal from the 90s with rap and everything going together. It was a
Absolutely.
little bit nostalgic in a way for me, actually. Well, I'm like, wow, okay. Because although it doesn't sound like 311, but it's combining metal and rap together, you know, and it has we did that 311 album a little while ago. But so it reminded me, I was like, okay, we're back in the 90s here a little bit, you know, kind of reminded me of that. And I thought that was pretty cool, to be honest with you. I thought it was like, because I think that's the only one on the album that sounds like this, you know? And it was kind of cool to drop like a 90s style new metal with some of the modern sound in it, right? It's kind of a mix between the blend of both. I thought the riffs are really strong. It's really groovy. It's kind of funky a little bit. It's got a little bit of rapping in it. I thought it was a cool song, one I really enjoyed. What did you think, Mark?
Yeah, this is definitely the most unique song on the album. It's also probably the heaviest.
Yeah.
The riffs on this song are pretty heavy actually for a metal album.
Right.
Yeah, this song reminds me with like the new metal-ish rapping and stuff. Reminds me of Back to School, which is the song I think kind of. So what they did was they released White Pony in 2000, and then like they added on later pressings, they added the song Back to School as the first track in the album, which is not a very good track. I mean, I don't really care what anybody says. I think that track kind of stinks, to be honest. And that's like predominantly rapping in that song. And that's, it reminds me of that song, but this song has so many other redeeming qualities in it where it's not just a straightforward like rap rock, hip hop amalgamation of new metal and bullshit. This song at least has like down-tuned guitars and like a great mix and a really good like chorus, and his vocals are really good besides like the rapping vocals.
Right.
It has a breakdown at the end if I remember correctly. And like the lyrics are not about, smoking cigarettes and drinking vodka at school, a little bit more in depth than that.
Or breaking stuff, or rolling.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Rolling, yeah.
Right.
Well, which rolling are we talking about? Air raid vehicle or whatever the other one is? I don't remember.
We're always talking about Limp Bizkit when we're rolling. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say.
I certainly am not. But yeah, this is a cool, like, kind of throwback song to put like the rapping in it and stuff. And it works too. I mean, it works in this song.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like this isn't the Deftones that I've grown to love over the years. I can appreciate it because it's like their early stuff, and like I still love White Pony. I think it's an amazing album. I just appreciate their ethereal, moody, gothy stuff more these days.
Sure.
But I still do like this song though. I still think this is a good song.
All right, me too. The next one is Metal Dream.
Great song title. You forgot the tilde. Tilde
The what?
Metal Dream. The little swirly thing on the front.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
The what? I retract my statement. This song's fucking weird too.
So this one, Mark. So I think I'm first on this one, right? Or no? Are you? Can't remember. It's you. It's you actually. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of weird Deftones songs, this one not only does it start out like on an offbeat foot, it's like a reggae beat. Like it's so bizarre. I don't think I've ever heard a Deftones song with any type of like reggae mixed into
Telling you,
it.
they're bringing the 311 in, buddy. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
man.
That's right.
Hey, I'm here for it because this is pretty damn cool.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna let you continue, but I want to say not only in the beat but in the vocals, because reggae has sometimes they have that reverb where it goes ba, 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 like it's a long tail reverb, and they do that in the vocals here in the verses too. Yeah, it's called dub, that style of vocal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Sorry, go ahead, continue. Sorry.
But honestly, not just like the beat, like the guitar,
Mm-hmm.
the bass, the drums, like everything. The drums are really minimal on this one, but it's like
Yeah.
thumping and like they're echoey, and they really do have like a reggae / dub sound to it. And I think this is also the shortest song on the album too. Is that correct or no? One of the shortest ones.
It's 3 minutes. Oh, yeah.
3 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, though, I really don't have much else to say besides the fact that it really caught me off guard the first time I heard it. I was like,
Yeah.
it's like a reggae song.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his vocals are good. The chorus is good. The vocals are great. His guitar sounds really clean on this song. Yeah, it's just also in 4/4 but offbeat again. So
Yeah. Yeah. I would say for me, Mark, I was pretty surprised at the reggae influence here, but I was, welcome to it. I'm all about it, right? And the last song is like a rap rock kind of metal song, and this is like not as much rap, but a little more reggae, mixed with rock and metal. And I thought it was a cool song. It's definitely like, it's not like a top 3 or 5 song on the album, but I did like it. I thought it was a fun song. It's a song I would definitely go back to, and if I'm listening to the album, I wouldn't skip it. So it's a good one. I don't think this album has any songs I would skip on. I like them all, to be honest with you. So
I agree. I agree.
All right. The last track is "Departing the Body," and I'm gonna play a clip from that.
There's a room we hang in space. It's clear, cold.
I'm gonna stop it here, but I'm gonna play a part in the middle. This part reminds me of 2 things: shoegaze music and Pink Floyd. So the whole, especially like the wall. In the wall, there's a lot of spoken word stuff going on, and kind of mix of singing and spoken word. It reminds me of that a little bit. And so I don't have a timestamp. I didn't write that down, but in the middle, let me see if I can find it. It's like a clip from "Departing the Body." It's like a new metal shoegaze in a way. It's like not exactly shoegaze. It's like their own version of it, but it definitely has the vibes, right, of that. For me, I thought this was a really nice, more chilled out shoegazy style closing track. a really nice way to close out the album, especially the last couple tracks, which are a little more chaotic with rapping and reggae. Kind of this one gets you back to what you were hearing before a little more. And, you know, it's mixing shoegaze music, it's mixing new metal, it's mixing a little bit of Pink Floyd influence, maybe. That's what I got out of it. But what did you think, Mark, of this one?
Yeah, very interesting way to close the album. You have his like spoken voice on this track, which is I almost didn't even like think it was him at first because it's just like he has a very wide range, I'd say, because the voice, I mean, he's got it's I know that's not his speaking voice, but it's like a pretty deep voice, I think.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate that. I like this. Yeah, it's very shoegazy and dreamy and it's like it's almost like this track's like post rock, honestly. It's longer. It has like droning parts. It has like almost ambient parts. Um, I'm gonna be honest. The first time I listened to this, it reminded me of like, do you ever watch the show Twin Peaks?
Yes. Long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, very very weird show, but it gave me like Twin Peaks vibes when I listened to it because
Okay.
it's otherworldly. It's strange. It's like something you can't really put words on. Like the ambient stuff, like the droning in the beginning and the end, like bookends the track. Uh, this is a very cool track, and I think it's a really cool closer too. To an album that I was completely blown away by. I was not expecting something of this caliber. Um, especially after Ohms was for me a lackluster album, and
Hmm.
Gore was just not very good.
Right.
I didn't expect them to release this like to be this good. And I was looking at the reviews, and do you want to guess the music source that gave this the worst rating out of everybody?
Music source.
Like
Like a
so like mag
publication or
yeah,
okay.
publication like magazine or website or
I honestly would have no idea. I'm not sure.
unsurprisingly it's Pitchfork. Everybody gave it
Ah, okay.
a
Okay.
9 or above and Pitchfork gave it a 7.6. So
Okay. Well,
they just think they're so cool, man. Just
sure, sure. We all have our opinions, I guess, including Pitchfork, but you know.
fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. My opinion is as kind of a Deftones newbie in the sense of I'm not too familiar with other albums, but I've heard songs, obviously. And there's one album we reviewed. I thought this was a very strong album, right up there with Koe no Yukon as far as quality goes. And one I'll be going back to, especially. I mean, I'll go back to listen to the whole thing, but there's certain songs in here I'll be listening to, you know, even repeatedly. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
gotta pick
Mark.
this up on vinyl ASAP because I'm sure this sounds incredible.
There you go. I want to get the purple one they had at the store. That would be
Yeah,
cool.
is that like what is that like a special edition one or?
Probably it might be like an indie record store exclusive. Sometimes that store gets those a lot. So
Well, let me know. Let me
yeah.
know next time you go back because I want to get it too. So
All right, sounds good. All right, well, if you're still watching this, thank you. That was our track by track review of the new Deftones album. We are by no means experts in anything, but we're just two dudes who listen to a lot of music and like talking about music. And if you like listening to music and talking about music, you might want to join our free community Discord because in there, number one, it's free. Just want to stress that. Number two, there are channels for all kinds of music, genres, decades, and there's people, lovers of all kinds of different genres of music in there. And you can come in there and share what you like. You can see what we like and other people. And it's like a big music club. So the link for that will be in the pinned comment. I'd love to see you there. If you like this video, consider giving us a like. Please leave a comment on the YouTube video. And if you like this kind of content, we would really appreciate your subscription. It would really help. And maybe there's other things on the channel that you might like as well. All right. Mark, any last words?
great album. Pick it up. New music. This is the best, probably one of the best new things I've heard in years, honestly.
Okay.
So yeah, go pick it up if you're a fan.
All right. Well, thank you, Mark. And until next time, see you
Peace.
later.